All right, just getting set up here. There we go. I am back, obviously. I'm in Rooms of Wonder. Now, I'm going to work on these geranium leaves because they are quite different than what we're used to on some of our leaves, where we go brighter in the outer edge and then we get darker as we go in, or sometimes we'll flip that. A geranium leaf is dark in this center area, and I was coloring along. I thought, I really need to do something with this to kind of explain what I'm doing. Now, this is going to be whether you're using Polychromos or any other pencil. I am going to show you real quick how this turned out with the numbers. I had done the stencil, and if you missed this, it's back a video or two. And I put the numbers on, and I didn't care for it. So I came back through with a couple of colors that were used in the actual page and just did partial outlines to help those numbers to pop some. So anyway, just a little update on that. Now, and this background was done with a stencil, and it's on the same video as that one is. So there you go. Okay, so let's get down to getting this completely on. There we go. We're going to talk a little bit again about lost and found edges. We have talked about that in the past, and let me know how the light is. I've got 3 lights on today. The new one by Jerry's Everywhere light, then my desk light, and then the ceiling fan light. So anyway, let me know how that worked out. I am using, and it's like a grass green. It's called Permanent Green, number, I don't know why I have problems seeing these. It's just the light. There, 266. So if I hold it just like that, I can see. Then my next one is 278, and it's Chromo Oxide Green. And then my last color is 267 Pine Green. Now, my longest one is actually my shading color. So let me do it like that. First thing you're going to do is come in with your green and go the direction that curve is going. See how I'm going around with it? Don't color all this way. I mean, you need the lines in it this time. You can see here I've still got some lines in there. So now when you get to the edge, of course, you're going to have to follow that around some. But then as you go back in and deepen this right here, you're going to get those lines. And that's what you're wanting. We are not going to be blending all of the colors together. We want that messy green that's going to be through this area. That's what makes a geranium leaf the way it is. So just keep going all the way. And as usual, you're welcome to watch the video, take notes if you're doing this actual page. And then I would go back through and follow along and pause where you need to if you're coloring with me. That way, if you want to change any of the colors or anything as we go along, you can. Okay? Yeah, I am actually doing this one day after I did the last 2 videos. I'm actually getting a little ahead now. It is Thursday for me, and I think you're going to be watching this not this Saturday, but the following one. I do go to my hernia doctor tomorrow, and I just felt like the cough is not quite so bad, and I just want to get a little bit ahead, just in case I do go in for a surgery right away. I'm not missing any videos. And whereas you probably would not miss seeing them, I miss doing them. Okay, I did that outside edge. Now I'm going to go the direction. You're going to do the same thing with the little pie-shaped triangles in the middle. And you notice I'm not going all the way to that dotted line. We're going to leave some in there white. Don't have to leave a lot, but we've got to leave enough that we've left tooth in the paper that the pencil can still go on and grab onto it. Now, for you that are not heavy-handed like me, you're going to be coloring like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this, and it's going to take a bunch of layers. Be nice to yourself. Go ahead and do what you're used to doing. It's easier for you. I am heavy-handed, so I have learned to color both ways, but this is where I let my heavy-handedness just come on out. I just let it come on out. Now, do you see how the edges here blend together? That's what we call a lost edge, because it goes straight from one color to the next. Same thing here and here. Do you see how here it's a little bit darker and you can actually see all of this very clearly? Same thing here and here. That's where we bring in this color. This is the one that's the pine green. So this is going to be a shade that is a little bit darker than this. Okay, so if you're using another brand pencil, that's fine. Find something that's a little darker. And now we're going to come in and we're going to go the direction of the line of the leaf that is on top. Just go ahead and go around that. Then what I'm going to do is little circles to help blend it in to the lighter green. And now see how we've got a shadow around there? Now instead of that being a lost edge, it's a found edge. So lost and found edges. It's those edges that get lost, that need to be found, so that we have dimension and depth in our coloring. Now, I will say, I usually call this coloring. Every now and then, I'll call it painting. If you talk to someone that's a professional colorist, and I mean professionalist, like they enter big time contests and win and walk away with money. And I know somebody that's won, I know 2 people that have won, 3 people that have won in the fair, and I know 1 person that goes all around the country. And in fact, I took a pencil class from her early on with Prismacolors, and it was just a cherry. That's all we did was a cherry, and it took like 2 hours. But that cherry looked like you could pick it up. Okay, she does people and all that kind of stuff. Those people and many others that are really, really serious about their colored pencil work, and their work looks like photographs, they will call it painting. Okay, so if you ever hear somebody call it painting, just know that they've probably been doing it for a while, and they're probably really, really good, and you should not correct them. Okay, so I'm done with this pencil. I'm going to put it to the side. See how we have these found edges now? Everything is in layers from top to bottom. So now I'm picking up that chrome oxide green, the 278. And let me just say that this is a deep, deep green. It's not a forest green. Forest green has blue mixed in with it. So this is just a deep, deep green. See that line there? This line here? You're going to go the direction. So I like to start in the middle. Because if I start here and I'm just a little bit off, see what direction I'm going now? But if I start in the middle and work to that line, start in the middle, work to this line. Okay? Middle, work one way, work the other way. You can even come through here and add a little bit lighter out here, a little bit lighter. You just don't want to completely blend it. Okay? So start in the middle, go one way. And you can even take some of these lines and really put them out there. It just leaves more interest to your leaves. Okay, one way. Then after a bit, you'll be able to come through like this. But do start with the halfway and halfway. It just makes sure that your lines are all going the direction they need to go. There's nothing worse when you're coloring a page and you get to the end of something and then you look at it and you notice that your lines are coming around and then all of a sudden they're going like this when they should be going like this. So in your very first few, start in the middle, head to one line, then head to the other line. When they're small like this section, you can do that from one line to the next. That's okay. And then after you know you've got it down, then just go ahead and go on around there. Again, you're not blending this with the color underneath it. When you go look at the real leaves, they are blended some, but it's very much that you can see the different colors. Okay? When you get up into something like this, just go around there as best you can. And that's a lost and found edge right there anyway. It's an edge that we found, so it's already got that other color. Now let's say you are going through here and you're going like this and all of a sudden you realize, oh, I forgot to turn. It's okay. Come back, find that middle, and then come to the next one. Find the middle and go back. Maybe even your first few times go light like I did right there. Just do light ones to get used to it. That way if you do mess up and you're going like this, then you can still cover it by going back over the top. But yeah, it's very much a directional thing if you want it to look like real leaves on the geranium. Okay, so just keep that going on around there. Last one. Just go around. Sometimes it even helps my eye to be looking at this while I'm doing this. That way I know where I'm headed. I'm headed to there, so I'm going to look to there and make sure that my pencil keeps that direction. There's lots of things that we've done in the past that are directional. I can think of a couple when we did pears, apples, bananas. we kept the lines all going the direction around the fruit or down the length of the banana. When we put a bruise on it, we did something like this. You want to keep it directional. It's just more realistic looking. Now, is it bad if you've already done this page in this book and you can't add any more color to it and you didn't put 2 colors on your leaves and you're just like, what am I going to do now? No, don't do anything. Don't worry about it. If you want to, you can use a fixative that will give the paper some tooth and just spray it, lightly mist it, and then you'll be able to add some more pencil. But I mean, nothing says you have to. Nothing. Okay? And then I am going to come up and do these leaves with the tips, and see, this is folded over. All right? That right there is folded over. So we're going to do light here because it's what's facing up, and then what is behind it, this is. So this is going to be darker. That pushes that back to the back. And then we'll do this. Okay? And then what I choose to do normally on my stems, I will use this color coming up through here. I can do this in it. Let's go ahead, and here's where you probably need to stop and sharpen your pencils. Yeah, I know. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm just going to get some of this light green in here. Then I'm going to come through with the other color, which is sharp, and just add that in. It just lets these have 2 different greens on them so that they look more realistic. And I'm not going to do the others because my sharpener is not right here, and I don't want to make a mess. Okay? Any questions? If you've got questions on this page, let me know, and I will be glad to answer them down in the comments below. These leaves, I might add some of the green and red as in the shower scene. This one right here, these leaves, I might do those here. And then somewhere I'm going to add this red in this page. I am going to put the glow around the lights, just like we do glow on light bulbs that we've done in the past. I know we've done light bulbs. Yes, like this right here, where the glow comes out. I will do that on these bulbs. The basket will probably be in browns. I'm not sure what I'm going to use here yet. I'm probably going to do everything within, and the flowers and the dirt or sand, whatever, or the bubbles. Maybe that's bubbles. Ooh, iridescent gel pen. That's going to look good on there because it'll pick up whatever colors are around. Then at the end, I will come back in and do this with colors that are not necessarily in there. Okay? All right. Well, yeah, there's glow right here. I don't know why I didn't point to that. Anywho, that's it for this time. If you're new to my page, to my channel, I am so glad that you've stopped in. I do color with a group on Facebook. It is an all-women's group, but it is called Coloring Books Keep It Clean. And yeah, it's just a clean coloring page group. Very friendly, not too big. All styles and types of coloring, from those that are just beginning to those that have been doing it for a long time. So you're welcome to look us up. But yeah, any questions, comments, let me know, and I will see you back in a few days. All right, thanks for stopping in. Bye-bye.